Welcome bitches one and all to my reaction to Season 2, Episode 4 of the originals, Live and Let Die. So, last time we ended with the reveal that Esther's entire plan is basically focused around moving the rest of her children into mortal bodies so she can eliminate the entire vampire species, which I'm surprised I didn't pick up on that sooner because, like, that makes so much sense. Like, she gets the best of both worlds. She never truly, in her heart of hearts, wanted to kill her children. Obviously, no one does. But her wanting to kill the vampire species overrode that feeling, which I don't think it should, but it is what it is. I still don't think she is a good mother at all, but anyway, it's nice to think that her goal isn't just about killing her kids, though. It's nice to think that at least one of their parents wants them to live in some fucking way, you know? But yes, anyway, with all that said, let's jump back in to the world of the originals. Oh, is this a dating app? It looks like a very bad dating app. I suppose this was a little bit ago, though. Yikes. Is this Esther? The wolves are with Esther. It's Esther.
We didn't do anything.
This is nothing your kind hasn't done to us. Learn your history.
Interesting. New side character.
Oh yeah, says who? You? Or that witch you all answer to now, Lenore, right? Never thought I'd see the day. Proud werewolves on a witch's leash. I hope those rings you're wearing.
Please don't tell me, because Josh had a little bit of a face on him there. Please do not tell me that the man standing in front of Marcel right now is the one that he was talking to on the dating app.
Privileges here have been revoked permanently.
Wow.
So when we come back, you need to be gone. Because next time I won't call him off. Consider this a warning, Marcel. It's the only one you're gonna get.
I'm surprised they gave them a warning, to be honest. I'm surprised Esther didn't just wipe them all out, because you know damn well that Marcel isn't just going to give up. Marcel's just going to find another location and keep going. You know what I mean?
How do you expect your patients to open up to you when you won't open up yourself? You really mean to tell me that there's no one that warrants discussion here?
I'm attracted to the wrong kind of guy. I know. But I was his rebound girl, if I'm going to be honest with myself. There was this other guy. I mean, nothing ever happened between us. He just got under my skin, I guess.
Interesting. Are we actually going to explore Klaus and, oh my god, what's her name? Cammy. Jesus, Harry.
Cared for him. You wanted to save him. What happened?
Some people don't want to be saved.
That is unfortunately a very true fact of life, my darling.
You do realize that literally everyone here has supernatural hearing, right?
Where is my brother?
I'll check his calendar. Wait, nope, not his wife.
Haley.
Considering it was your people who just declared war on my kind, perhaps now's not the best time for your particular brand of sass.
I don't think that's fair, Elijah. I don't think it's fair to say to Haley, your people caused this, because, like, yes, they are technically her people, but, like, right now they are not her people. They are not following her. They are not listening to her. They are on Esther's side, no matter what she wants to do, you know? But I do know that Elijah is holding some resentment towards Haley because she shut down after everything and turned into someone that he didn't recognize, you know? So I know that that is where a lot of his negative feelings are coming from right now, but oh, I just really liked them two in season 1. I really liked the potential of Haley and Elijah, and I don't like the thinking that they're completely off the table, you know? I don't like accepting that idea, so I just want to see them get back to a good place if it's possible.
Don't do that crooked smile thing, okay? I haven't seen you for months, and now you're appearing out of the blue.
I have a rather long list of people I need to track down and deal with.
Maybe she doesn't want to be found.
And for good reason.
Yikes.
And by all accounts under the complete control of your little friend, Davina.
Well, you heard her, clearly. She didn't say where she was.
Oh, on the contrary, love. You just had to know how to listen.
Nature.
The real giveaway was the church bells. Did you know Davina's family owns a little cabin in Terrebonne Parish?
Fuck Davina, careful.
And the way I see it, if Davina wants to use Michael to kill me, we just have two options. One, you reason with her. Two, I think you'd like to very much.
Yeah.
Fine, let's go.
I know that she didn't necessarily switch sides there, but it's intriguing how quick Cammy was to understand. I think it is because, like she said, looking at Klaus, she sees him as someone that she would want to save. She sees him as someone that she would want to redeem and all that. And it's just hard for her to not feel bad for him, especially when we're talking about the fact that Davina resurrected basically the cause, like the root cause of all of Klaus's issues. Like, yes, Klaus is responsible for his actions, but like the root cause of the things that has caused those actions is Michael. And the fact that Davina went and resurrected him, yikes.
I mean, look at this face. How long can she possibly resist? Given your progress, I'd say indefinitely. No matter. I'll find her.
We've never seen this kind of tracking spell before.
She's somehow blocked our locator spells.
Not entirely my fault then.
I was going to say, has she cloaked herself? But then when I saw there was a different spell, I thought, oh, is this to counter that? But I guess not.
Find the girl, Cole, and get it back.
Oh, that scares me, sending Cole to find her.
Werewolf venom is to be purged by force, not acquiesced to.
What is that, like a Viking bumper sticker?
How well did that serve you when the wolves attacked? Hmm? Magic can only ever fight half your battles. Remember that.
I do think that Davina needs to have some, like, at least basic self-defense classes, you know? Like, these people are coming in and attacking her. And I think the way that magic works a lot of the time is you kind of need a little bit of time to charge it up. Like, you need a little bit of time to start the spell to, like, get your hand forward and all that. So if someone jumps you, you're a bit fucked. So she needs to get some basic self-defense of being able to, like, at least get out of a position that she's cornered in so that she can then use her magic, you know? She needs to find a way to combine the two. Either that or she just needs to learn some quick fucking defensive spells.
Teach me.
Teach you what?
How to be strong.
I mean, we saw how he was teaching Klaus. I don't think this is a good idea, Davina.
How are we supposed to learn to defend ourselves from an army of super wolves in, like, one day?
Yeah. Huh? Elijah?
Lesson 1. Always be on your guard.
At least with Elijah here, you're going to get some decent lessons.
What's going on here?
1,000 years ago, your people marked this celestial event with a rite of passage by slaying a human being and activating their curse.
Huh?
With the singular purpose of unleashing that warrior that lives within you.
They're just a bunch of kids.
I don't know if
We
this
can no longer
is...
afford to hide our children from the horrors of war.
We can't afford to hide our children from the horrors of war. Hiding your children from the horrors of war should never have a cost, my man. It should always just be your #1 goal. What the actual fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not surprised that Finn is saying this. Like, Finn, Esther, Cole, like, I would not be surprised that any of them would think of this, you know? Like, they're just looking to have a bigger army. That's it at the end of the day. But from the wolves' point of view, looking at their young and knowing... Because I feel like most werewolves, if not all of them, when they killed to activate their curse, none of them were happy about it. None of them were proud about it. It's likely the single biggest regret that they all have in their lives. Like, yeah, you can be a proud werewolf, but at the end of the day, you became a werewolf by killing an innocent human. You know what I mean? So this is like gonna feel so strange for the wolves to know that they are releasing these children to go and kill people so that they can be scarred for the rest of their lives so that Esther can have a bigger army. Like, what?
You would have corrected me.
No offense. Your dad sounds like a jerkwad.
Mothers of their children, fathers. Make them strong.
I'm not surprised that Michael's father is like that. You often find that abusive fathers were abused themselves.
Do not let me see your move before you make it!
I hurt my ankle.
The ability to endure pain is the warrior's true weapon.
This is what I mean, Davina. I'm scared that you've enlisted Michael.
On your feet.
I wonder how the spell actually works, because obviously Michael's not allowed to inflict pain on Davina. He's not allowed to hurt her. So is it because she is wanting him to fight her right now that like he's able to?
Perhaps you've actually learned something today.
Good job though, Davina, but I suppose Michael being unable to hurt her is going to protect her in a way.
My plan is to listen. You could have eavesdropped on that phone call and vanished before I even knew you were there, so let's just get to the part you really want me to play. Therapist.
Wow.
Drinking buddy.
Call him out, Cammy.
To give you the one thing you've never had. Someone to hear your side.
I really like Cammy. I really like the way she sees people and the way that, especially with Klaus, the way she can just read him. Yikes, Davina. You got some healing magic? Because Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I know I haven't called in a while.
Don't be silly, love. Are you alright?
Alright, I'll be right there.
Well, he just got exactly what he needed. That was easy.
As a devout feminist, I refuse to say that you hit like a girl.
Oh, okay.
Try this again, shall we?
I love that. Nice.
You changed the key.
None of this means anything if you cannot make the kill.
What if I can't do it?
that will be a problem.
The head or the heart?
Oh!
Elijah.
Oh. Oh my god, imagine if she actually pulled his heart out just then, like, oh!
We need to talk.
Oh, okay.
We're not here for...
I thought this would happen. Based on his response, I thought, oh, is this going to be our, like, lifeline from Esther's side of Wolves to actually talk to Haley and discuss things? Because obviously the Wolves are indebted to Esther due to the fact that she has empowered their moonlight rings. But I do wonder if the Wolves are going to go down a route of these rings, even though they save us from so much pain, are not worth it if this is what she's going to do to every wolf in the city. If this is what she's going to do to all of our young ones, like, we can't let them go through that pain. I wonder if that's the route we're going to go down, or whether this guy's just coming on his own and there's kind of like a splitting in the werewolves as to the people who, like, not necessarily don't care, but the people who think that what Esther is doing to the young wolves, the moonlight rings are still worth that, you know? So I want to see what the political dynamic is here.
There's still wolves deep in the bayou. Ones that didn't take a ring, they can look after them.
The ones who never sold out, you mean?
If you want to look at it like that, that's fine. We did what we had to do.
I mean...
You wolves have been fighting us for decades. Why trust us now?
One of the recruits is my little brother.
Ah, intriguing. So it is a personal thing, okay.
She'd prefer to place us all in new bodies, thereby reuniting our family in some bizarre coven of extremely dysfunctional witches.
Some bizarre coven of extremely dysfunctional witches. That should be a title of a spin-off.
I kill her, she'll just jump into another body. Somehow manage to thwart that nasty little inconvenience. Rejoin the bloody witch ancestors and haunt me from beyond.
I mean, not necessarily, because considering the other side is now gone, as long as you don't consecrate her remains, surely she doesn't return to the ancestors. Surely she would, in that case, go to the other side, with the other side not being there. Surely that would mean that she would just move on. She would just have to go off and go to whatever the afterlife is in this universe.
Oh, goody. Papa Tunde's mystical knife of ludicrous torment. Glad that's
My parents dedicated their lives to making me feel weak and afraid. I've killed them once already. I can do it again.
God, I didn't really think about that. I've killed them once already. I can do it again.
I understand what you were fighting against. The real question is, what are you fighting for? Ask me to dance.
You want to dance?
I think an issue here is that I think Klaus is fighting for his daughter to be able to live in a world where she is not hunted. Like, Klaus was hunted his entire life. He was hunted his entire life by Michael, and then his mother came back and wanted to kill him. Like, he will never feel like his daughter is safe. Obviously, he can't say this to Cammy because everyone is meant to think that Hope is dead, but this is 1000% him just not wanting his daughter to go through the pain that he went through. So I do wonder if he's going to tell Cammy and trust her with that information. I don't know whether it's necessarily about trust, though. I think it's more so about the idea of you need to keep this information small in case someone, like, tries to get it out of you. Like, if Cammy is taken and, like, tortured or manipulated or something, you know what I mean? You don't want that information to slip out, so we'll see.
There are good things, Klaus. And you need to see that, too.
This is the thing. I think he finally is. I think he finally is starting to see those things. It's just, unfortunately, with Hope not being able to be around right now, it sucks. Wow. One interesting play. I think that he did that because he knows that he's not going to be able to convince Cammy, but not just that. I feel like a part of him does agree, but the issue is, it's like, no matter if even a part of him agrees with what Cammy is saying, they are trying to kill him. Like, you can't say that revenge is not an option. Like, you can't say that you shouldn't enact revenge on someone who's actively trying to kill you. Like, it just doesn't work that way, unfortunately, Cammy. I agree with you on a fundamental level, but when we're talking about an active antagonist, an active person who is trying to fucking kill you, you can't see it that way. You have to get revenge. And it's not necessarily revenge. It's more so just defending your life, your family, and everything, you know? Like, revenge implies that they've done wrong to you and you're actively going against them. This isn't revenge. This is just trying to protect your way of life, you know, and try to protect your daughter, which I know, again, he can't tell her, but...
You're still not the trusting sort.
Do you trust me?
Are you slicked? Those sad eyes might fool some people, but not me. You've got a lecherous heart, Davina Claire. I won't be used. Not for my body, nor my medicinal herbs. Whatever it is you're up to, you can tell me when you're good and ready.
Build that trust there, Cole.
So we'll hit him while the kids are on the move.
These kids go missing on my watch, I'm as good as dead.
You wanted to help your people and make amends for the past. This is your chance.
I think he is as good as dead. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Betraying them again. You're done, bro. I'm scared. Whatever you do, Cole, do not tell him who you are. Oh, fuck. Yikes, yep.
The bracelet. The one she uses to control you. I know the magic to turn it off.
Oh, yikes. Fuck Cole.
I take it we have a deal.
But I mean, I think we can all agree that if anyone was to do this, it would be Cole. He's like the biggest loose cannon I've seen in any fucking show.
It's a passageway from the Prohibition days. It'll take us pretty much anywhere we want to go.
God, Oliver is fucked, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
Should be right behind me. Any minute now.
Don't tell me he betrayed them. Please don't tell me he betrayed them.
About time.
Oh no.
Don't bother trying to run. We've got you surrounded.
Oh God.
What, you don't think that...
Oh, I'm stupid. I'm actually stupid. This is what they wanted. Like, they were luring them here. Harry.
The little ones you seek are elsewhere.
We're not looking for the kids. The witch wants you.
Oh, fuck.
I told a good friend I do my very best to spare the lives of her people. You leave right now. I will honor that. Stay.
And I will not. Tear them to pieces, Elijah. The getaway car's an ambulance? Hold up. Where'd you get that? Interesting, some shared looks there. Even if he's not the one from the dating app, maybe there could be something. Fucking hell. Oh. I was gonna say, why are there no witches here?
Actually, I'm just getting started.
Here we go.
Perhaps your next body will last a little longer than this one, brother.
For fuck's sake, Esther. This family are so fucked up.
Your phone is chock full of text. Who's Cammy?
Oh shit. Warning here. Oh God. Nice. Good job, guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. The way that he's just so wanting to kill him right now. So he knows that they at least were here. Shit. Good job, Klaus.
Enough games, Davina! Send out my father.
Oh no, because then Cole's gonna demagic the bracelet and he really will be able to go out and kill him. Oh God. Oh God. Klaus. This was a mistake. I mean, look, for all we know, Klaus is gonna fuck Michael up, but I'm just scared.
I've traveled all the way back from hell for this moment. Well, then I'd hate to keep you waiting.
Jesus! It has to hit his heart though, so. Oh, he got the dagger in. He got the dagger in. Now kill him. I really think you should, Klaus. I don't think you should waste this moment. You should stab him in the heart. This is I'm going to be really pissed off if Klaus takes too long to do this. Davina wakes up and stops him. Like, I will be so fucking angry. You need to realize that he is currently, like, unable to move. Take that dagger and fucking kill him.
Where is she?
Cammy,
Something happened to her, Klaus, I swear to God.
Davina's fine. She'll wake with a spectacular headache, but given her intentions for me, she should count herself lucky. Of course, if you drop dead of a heart attack, I may have to kill her on general principle.
You're the one. Under no circumstances will you hurt that girl. Do you understand me?
I don't think he will.
You have my word.
I don't think he will. I think that he truly understands how much you love her, and he's not going to go against that. I think that you are more special in his mind than you realize, Cammy.
Complete and utter agony. I decided to take your advice. Keep him that way.
Bad idea. Bad idea. He's gonna get resurrected, like someone's gonna get that dagger out. Interesting.
Didn't think you were gonna show.
Didn't think you were a vampire.
I thought so.
I guess I hope seeing you might make me feel a little less, I don't know.
Rageful at vampires? Oh, alone. Interesting. I suppose, like, if we're getting into, like, the, like, psychology of this, being a gay person is already hard. Like, there are less fish in the sea, and the fish that are in the sea, I think if you're in the gay community, you know, it's a very toxic place when it comes to dating. And the ideals of a partner are very toxic. And so it's like there are less fish in the sea, and then the fish that are actually worthwhile are so few and far between that it's just impossible. And so to then add into the mix that you're either a vampire or a werewolf, fucking hell, that must just ruin your mentality of being able to find someone, you know? You'd have to find someone within your own, like, subculture, within your own supernatural species. But then even then, just because you're both werewolves, just because you're both vampires, is the exact equivalent of two humans getting together who don't know each other and have nothing in common. You know what I mean? Like, that must just be such a hard thing to reconcile. So I hope they give this a shot. I mean, I know that they're on very opposing sides right now, but he obviously didn't agree with what Esther was doing there, so there's potential for him. And we know that Josh doesn't have a bad bone in his body towards werewolves, so I want to see this develop.
We could just, I don't know,
enjoy each other's company.
be ourselves.
Yeah. That's the thing, at the end of the day, it's just like a thing. You're a wolf, you're a vampire, it's just a thing, it's not who you are.
There's a life lesson for you, baby vamp. It always gets worse before it gets better.
We left Elijah out there.
Yeah.
I worry about a lot of things where Elijah's concerned. Trust me, he can take care of himself.
He can, but the last that we saw of him worries me. Why are we zooming in on it? I'm scared. Is he going to be able to overcome the pain? Oh my god, his lesson to Davina was literally about overcoming the pain and being able to just move forward through it. Uh-oh. No! Klaus, this is what I was saying! Oh, Elijah.
I only want us to be a family again, Elijah. In order for that to happen, you must be purified.
Purified. God, what a statement. You must be purified. Ugh. But that's the thing. The way that she brought Finn and Cole back as witches was because their souls were on the other side and she moved them over, essentially. She moved them into those bodies. Is it going to work differently with Elijah and Klaus? Like, is it a different process? Is it something that she doesn't quite know how to do right now? Because the other side was its own very handy thing, because it kind of kept hold of the spirits and didn't let them move on. And so Esther was able to tap into that and to bring those spirits forward. But the only way to really get Elijah's spirit out of his body is to kill him. But with the other side gone now, his spirit will just move on. Therefore, like, what happens there, you know? Is there like a split second in between where she can grab his soul and put it in another body? But at the end of the day, I do not want to lose Elijah's actor. Like, what is his name? I know it. I think it's like Daniel Gillies? Is that his name? I don't want to lose him because he's been so fucking good. And I have to say, the change in actor for Cole, even though I do like this new actor, he's got a lot of potential and I do actually like the man himself, it's like, it doesn't hit the same as if it was Cole's old actor. So just like the notion that we might be seeing Elijah go into another body, no, I don't want to be dealing with that. That sounds horrendous to me. So yes, there we have season 2, episode 4, I believe it. Yeah, episode 4 of the originals. And that was a great episode. We were exploring the way that even though these werewolves are on Esther's side, it's an interesting point because a lot of times in this show, because we do a compelling, and we dealt before with the hybrids about the whole being sired. We've dealt with many armies and many groups of people that like have no choice. They have no choice in the matter and they are just doing whatever they're told to do, basically. So it's interesting to see that with Esther having an army of werewolves that even though she has power over them, even though their rings are like such freeing things for them and they don't want to get rid of them, the fact that she so carelessly went and tried to get the kids and went and tried to use them to create a new army, it shows that her lack of care for those people is so fundamentally what is going to bring her down. Like, her lack of care for the wolves, lack of understanding of the wolves' culture, and the fact that for a werewolf, killing a human to get your form is never a proud thing. It's never something that you look back on, you're like, thank fuck I did that. Unless it's like you go and kill a mass murderer, you know? From what we've seen of werewolves, it's like one of their biggest regrets in their life, even if they're like the biggest pro-werewolf person in the world, you know? So the fact that she didn't understand that, I think, is going to be her downfall. The fact that she doesn't understand the wolves on that level is going to bring her down, and it's going to turn them against her. Now, the only issue with that is I don't think she's really concerned about that, because at the end of the day, yes, she would lose her army, but even if they turn against her, she can just depower the rings like that, and then they're just a bunch of humans going against a very, very powerful witch. So, I don't know. In terms of Michael and Esther, I'm definitely more scared of Esther. Like, Michael is strong and he is terrifying, and I'm now absolutely petrified for Klaus. I don't know what's going to happen next episode. I don't know if Michael's going to jump out the boot and run, or if he's going to climb over the seat and fucking try and stab Klaus, but I'm definitely more scared of Esther, only because Michael, at the end of the day, he has all of these advanced abilities, and he has all of these advanced strengths, but Esther can do anything. Like, she can do anything. She is the most powerful witch we've ever come across, and the spells that she has created and the spells that she knows are so fundamental to this universe. Like the fact that she created all vampires. Like, yes, you can say that it was a twist on Silas's spell, but at the end of the day, the fact that she could twist it in that way is still incredible. And so I'm definitely more scared of her. Like, a witch can do anything. A vampire and a werewolf, they have these they have advanced strength and all of that, but at the end of the day, surely a witch can do that themselves. Surely a witch can give themselves those abilities, even if it's just temporary. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a witch's arsenal is just so much stronger than other supernatural beings. But yes, now in terms of the relationships this episode, we had an interesting relationship begin at the end between Josh and I can't remember his name. He is a new character, a new wolf that is being introduced, and that is a relationship that I really want to see develop, because not only does it deal with the idea of being gay people in a supernatural community where like there's really no fish in the sea for them, but it also deals with the idea of people in those currently warring communities getting together and trying to put their differences aside and seeing that they can get on. I think that that will be a fundamental thing moving forward, a fundamental relationship that will show everyone that you guys can get on and you can live in peace. You don't have to keep hating each other. You don't have to be these natural mortal enemies that you will just keep pretending to be. You know what I mean? Like, yes, at the end of the day, they're not really natural enemies though. Like, vampires were brought around because Esther wanted to protect her children from the wolves. They were not brought around to become predators to the wolves. The reason that all of this began was because Michael went and wiped out all of those werewolves after he found out about the affair, and that is what started this generational problem of werewolves and vampires not getting on. And so fundamentally, they can get on if they just try and fucking put their differences aside, but they're not willing to. There is so much bad blood and so much animosity that they just can't do it. So who knows? Maybe this relationship will be like the window to seeing that happen. Now, in terms of the other relationships, obviously, we didn't get much of Haley and Elijah, but it's clear that there is still love there because there is pain there. And when there is pain there, there's love. And I need to see them together again. I need to see them actually get on again. Even if they don't even get into a relationship, I just want to see them be friends again, because it was such a positive relationship to have in the show. And it was such a heartwarming relationship to see develop that I just wish we get it again. Now, the last relationship I wanted to talk about is Klaus and Cammy, because Klaus and Cammy are such an interesting, they have such an interesting dynamic, because out of nowhere they met. Like, they met just randomly in New Orleans in episode 1, and the fact that she's been such a fundamental person to him and someone that he respects her and her wishes to a level that he would put his revenge towards Davina to the side just because he knows that Cammy would never forgive him. Like, there are some deep-rooted feelings there, which is surprising for how little time their relationship has had to develop, you know? So I'm very interested to see where they go going forward, and if they are both going to be open to exploring that, because I think that Cammy could be such a positive in Klaus's life while Hope is away. You know, like, with Hope being away, I think that Klaus is still a lot better. Like, I've seen some huge changes in him, and I'm actually warming to him, which is shocking to me. I never thought this day would come, but with Hope gone, there is still that pain and that feeling of loss, and Cammy could fill that void, and it could just be a beautiful relationship that we see develop. So fingers crossed we see that going forward, as honestly, I just want to see these characters get into good relationships and be happy, you know what I mean? Because a lot of them are in so much pain right now, and I feel like they need it. But yes, anyway, with all that said, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon, be able to find the early and uncut reactions to the originals and all the other shows that I do. Also left a link to my Twitch, my Discord, and my socials, so be sure to follow them if you are interested. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.